Welcome, dear students, to another class of computer applications. Today, we are going to talk about a new chapter, computer networking. So, let's start with examples. In our daily life, we come across different types of networks. It can be a network of people, it can be a network of roads, it can be a network of railway lines, and it can be a network of canals. Okay, so these are the examples, and apart from these examples, communication network of telephone systems that enable us to talk anyone, anywhere, and anytime. And then comes the network of banks, ATM, that is automated teller machines, and then network of banks, television, radio networks that broadcast programs live across the globe, networks of malls, schools, hospitals, etc., all over the country. So imagine life without networking. All the examples that I have told you, that are examples of networking. Now we can see how we can imagine life without networking. If there is no networking, then there is no phone, there is no radio, there is no television, and we come into a situation of chaos. So similarly, computer networks that connect millions of computers together have also become an important and integral part of our life these days. They have extended the power of computers beyond the expense of a room. The internet is an outcome of cyber networking only. So the internet term that we define, it is just the type of cyber networking. Computer network and its component. A computer network can be defined as a group of computers and other peripheral devices that are linked together for the purpose of sharing data and hardware resources. This is the definition of computer. In computer networks, we are having a group of computers that are connected with peripheral devices like printer, input-output devices, etc. And all the devices are linked together for the purpose of sharing data as well as the resources, and the resources can be hardware and software as well. For example, if one of the computer in a network has a printer attached to it, then all the other computers in that particular network can also access that printer and use it to print the document. See this figure where computer A and B in a network can give the print command to the printer attached to the computer C. So this is the example of computer network. And a computer in a network can communicate with each other as well as work independently. All the computers in a network, the single computer system is known as node. One of these nodes act as a sender and that transmit the information to the other node, and the other nodes are known as receivers. So that means one is a sender and another is receiver. So the computers that is sending the message, that is known as sender, and others who are receiving the message, they are known as receivers. So let's talk about these computers. They are all linked with each other through some medium. Medium means through which the message is transmitted. So message can be transmitted through cables, telephone lines, radio waves, or it can be in the form of infrared light beams. Okay. So next topic is need of networking. So a computer network can act as a data communication system where we are having a sender, a message, and a receiver. So what is message? Message is the information that is to be communicated. Message can contain text, pictures, audio, video, etc. So here you can see the message. Next component is networking is sender. Sender is a device that is, it can be a computer or workstation, it can be a mobile or tablet also, that sends the data through web browser. So that is sender. Let's talk about receiver. A receiver is a device that receives the data messages. It can be also a telephone, a computer, a tablet, a workstation, etc. Now, next is transmission media. It is the physical path through which the message travels from the sender to the receiver. A transmission media can consist of twisted pair cables, It can be a coaxial cable, fiber optic cable, and radio waves are some of the common examples of transmission media. Next topic is advantages of networking. Networking can be used for sharing hardware, as we have seen the example of printer. So we are sharing printer, and that is the advantage of networking, in which we are sharing hardware. In the same way, we can also share the software. Software means applications, photos, images, etc. Okay. And efficiency of hardware and software resources. So by sharing resources, efficiency of hardware and software resources also increases, and networking reduces the duplicacy of data, so it reduces redundancy. It's also save our paper and time, and with the help of networking we can share the internet also, like hotspot, etc. And it also provides security of data. So these are the advantages of networking. Let's talk about types of networks. So network is categorized into 4 types. First is local area network, that is LAN. Second is metropolitan area network, that is MAN. Third is wide area network, that is WAN. And fourth is personal area network, that is PAN. So let's talk about LAN first. LAN is a network that is having 2 or more computers and peripheral devices connected within a small area, such as room, office, building. It can have a length of 10 meters. Okay, so see here, this is a LAN. LAN is having like it can be used in school, building, etc. A LAN computer terminals are physically connected with wires. The data transmission speed is slow as compared to wide area network. Since LAN is operated in a small area, it can be controlled and administered by a single person or an organization. So generally this LAN is used in a small organization. Second type of network is metropolitan area network, that is MAN. MAN is larger as compared to LAN. It spreads across city. Metropolitan means cities, you can say. So most common example of MAN type network is cable television, branches of local bank in a city, etc. So see the comparison of LAN and MAN. LAN is a small area, and with the collection of LAN, one LAN in one city and another LAN in another city, or the local branches, by combining them we can form a metropolitan area network. So next is wide area network. Wide area network is larger, and it includes countries. Okay, so the kind of network that connects 2 or more computers located at distant places. They are linked by communication facilities like telecommunication or satellite signal. Most common example of WAN is telephone system. The use of WAN is limited to very large organizations and government agencies. The main characteristics of wide area network is that it requires a public telecommunication media for transferring the data. So the combination of MAN and LAN, it is included in WAN, and it is generally used by government agencies and large organization. So that is wide area network. So internet and intranet in large multinational company comes under wide area network. ATM facilities comes under the category of wide area network. National and multinational bank customer services, they are also comes under the wide area network. So here you can see a diagram that depicts the relationship between PAN, LAN, MAN and WAN. Now let's talk about a personal area network. A personal area network can be either wired or wireless. You can use these networks to transfer files including email, calendar appointments, digital photos and music. So this is all about the types of networks and introduction of computer networks. Thank you, students.